The economic freedom fighters, the EFF's future looks turbulent after its deputy president Floyd Shivambu resigned on Thursday to join Jacob Zuma's Umkhonto weSizwe party, the MK party. The seemingly bleak way forward for the EFF will also be fueled by party president Julius Malema's own admission that other EFF heavyweights might follow Floyd Shivambu, leaving the party battered and bruised. Besides Floyd Shivambu's and Mzwanele Manyi's departure, some of the other big names that have been suggested to be contemplating leaving the EFF are Dr. Mbuyiseni Ndlozi, Vuyani Pambo, and Carl Niehaus. Speculation is also rife that the party's national chairperson, Veronica Mente, is also Shivambu's ally and is also on her way out. Ndlozi, Pambo, and Mente have not really responded to said rumors. However, Niehaus has actually posted a video dismissing the rumors.
Good morning. This is fighter Carl Niehaus. I'm receiving messages that Samkelo Maseko of the SABC had put out on SABC News that I am leaving the economic freedom fighters. I want to state categorically that this is a malicious and blatant lie. It is fake news. I phoned Samkelo. I told him in very clear and no uncertain terms that I remain a loyal member of the economic freedom fighters and that I have absolutely no reason to even vaguely consider the possibility of leaving the EFF. My belief remains that the economic freedom fighters is the only truly economic emancipatory revolutionary movement in South Africa. I remain a loyal member and I remain loyal to the President and the Commander-in-Chief of the EFF, President Julius Malema. I hope that this message will put an end to all these malicious rumors, and I reaffirm my total loyalty to the EFF, to the leadership of the economic freedom fighters, and specifically to the Commander-in-Chief and President of the EFF, President Julius Malema. Viva EFF, viva! Viva President Julius Malema, viva! A luta continua.
It has been widely reported that the EFF seems to be licking its wounds after the May 29th elections, following the MK party overtaking them to claim the third spot of the election result, edging the EFF to the fourth spot. Although it is not clear what Floyd Shivambu stands to gain by joining Jacob Zuma's party, he left Malema's party in a tough position ahead of the party's elective conference in December, where Shivambu was to contest Malema for the presidency or stay as deputy president. Shivambu leaves the party that he co-formed with Malema in 2013, reportedly after a fallout with the Red Barrett's leader, whose ambition to continue as president pushed him to make a decision to quit, leaving the party in a weaker position. Shivambu was known to be working hard behind the scenes, having drawn up the party's concept papers, its 7 cardinal pillars and policies. Besides departing with his supporters, Shivambu joining the MK party leaves Malema's party in distress a mere 2 years before the local government elections. It is also expected that the EFF Student Command members, who have been in competition with ANC-aligned SASCO, will be leaving with its founder, having formulated its founding documents. After the May 29th elections, Shivambu led the Government of National Unity, the GNU talks, but the party decided not to join in the new arrangement. Shivambu resigned at an urgent press briefing at the Winnie Madikizela Mandela House in Johannesburg on Thursday last week, after submitting his resignation letter to Malema the Wednesday night before. And this all came 11 years after forming the party together.
And just to give clarity so that there is no speculation, decided not to renew the membership of the EFF because I will join and participate in Umkhonto Wesizwe party. I am not going to speak here in Winnie-Madikizela Mandela House as to what is the basis of that, because that will be tantamount to campaigning already for Umkhonto Wesizwe party. So I'm going to be actively involved in Umkhonto Wesizwe party and shape its direction and the politics that are obtaining today in South Africa. So that is to end the uncertainty or speculations that have been obtaining in terms of what is going to happen. There is no specific position that have been assigned to me. There is no commitment or any promise of deployment to parliament or to anything. It's a decision that I have taken, and I think and believe that it will add meaningful value to the progressive and revolutionary politics that must be pursued by all the progressive forces in South Africa. Thank you very much.
News outlet The Star previously reported that Shivambu's resignation was fueled by infighting with Julius Malema over the party's elective conference. An EFF insider who is a member of the party's National Executive Committee told The Star that Malema's ambition to remain the president of the party in December demoralized Shivambu, who had been eyeing the position. The source said business people have shown interest in supporting Shivambu to dislodge Malema as president at the December conference. But the party's number one, Julius Malema, found this out and reprimanded Floyd Shivambu.
The president yesterday, speaking about the unity of the organization at the gala dinner in particular, he did mention your relationship with him and how you're not competing. But some people saw it as a warning to you. What do you say to such reports?
No, they are just taking things out of context. There will never be a time that the EFF will be divided because of my differences with the Commander-in-Chief. We have been working together. I was thinking that for 15 solid years, like literally getting to interact every day for the past 15 years since we started working together politically. So we've been together and we'll be together forever. We represent a generational mission which will never be distracted by anything. And more than being political partners in terms of the political work, we are brothers. So it's like as if we are blood brothers. So there is never a time that the EFF will be distracted. So the opportunists, of course, they will try to give whatever interpretation. But we are a solid organization. That is why we were able foundationally to rally everyone else behind the struggle for economic emancipation in our lifetime. It is a solid program which we are going to sustain until we attain victory of all the progressive forces, not only in South Africa, but in the entire continent.
The EFF will never be divided. Well, they do say never say never. At the EFF's 10th anniversary celebration in July of this year, Malema reportedly warned Floyd Shivambu that he was aware that he had ambitions to dislodge him as president.
Shame, Floyd. I don't even know what you are asking about. Like, in the past 10 years, there's never been anything that suggests me and Floyd have got fundamental differences. Nothing. We disagree on approach. This one maybe this way, that way, and that we can fight and even think of not speaking to each other with Floyd. I didn't know that Floyd did an interview and said our differences. I was going to call him immediately. Which was those? I don't have a... You know, there are clowns here in the EFF who think they know us, ne? Who think they were nothing without them. Yeah, who behave in some narcissist way, in a very egoistic way. You will never feel that with Floyd. No. So I don't know, Shem. Hey, you will have to slaughter cows for that fight to happen. It will never happen. That's what the enemy wishes for. He will speak for himself, but from where I'm sitting,
Well, when it comes to the reported fallout between Julius Malema and Floyd Shivambu, well, of course, both of them have come through and refuted said rumors. But speaking at the EFF's press briefing last week, Thursday, Julius Malema accepted Floyd Shivambu's resignation. Julius Malema said, "Painful as it is, we have to accept it. It comes as a shock. Some leaders shed tears. We must accept." He said Shivambu's resignation had caused him the same pain that he felt when he lost his mother. Political analysts have said that people join political parties for a better value proposition. They ask themselves whether they can be used more effectively and be given better responsibilities to use their skills, knowledge, and be valued. He said they also look at the future prospects of the party, such as the fact that the MK party is growing. And at the moment, it does seem that the MK party has more advantages than the EFF and is likely to draw even more voters the next time around, way more than the EFF. Some also believe that many ANC members will vote for the MK party because the ANC is no longer a liberation party or a party that carries aspirations of black people, as there are some that believes that the ANC now carries the aspirations for capitalists. Some political analysts have said the following: "It is not the end of the EFF, but without any doubt there is a decline in the support base of the EFF. We have not only seen this in the 2024 elections, but also in a lot of by-elections." This did not come as a surprise for Malema. There is a relatively long history dating a year or more. There is a history of conflict between the two, Julius Malema and Floyd Shivambu. There are also a number of other factors that have played a role in this regard. Analysts believe that the VBS Bank investigations that have implicated Floyd Shivambu also played a role within the EFF. Political analysts went on to say, when it comes to the corruption and we look at the MK party and the composition of the MK party, it is going to war about corruption and state capture. So I believe that a person like Shivambu is likely more safe within that environment than within the EFF.